There's some new information going around about Charlotte Flair, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's being said with Carlito, Brock Lesnar, and more. Let's start things off with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte hasn't been around that much in WWE over the last full calendar year. She went on hiatus in May 2022 and didn't return until literally the end of the year on December 30th, 2022's edition of SmackDown. So basically the entire second half of 2022 was missed by Charlotte Flair. But she returned that night in December and picked up from right where she left off at, quickly defeating Ronda Rousey, the same woman who dethroned her a few months prior, to win back the SmackDown Women's title. Charlotte Flair would then go on to be the SmackDown Women's Champion for the entire road to WrestleMania 39, before losing the title to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And immediately after losing the SmackDown Women's title, Charlotte Flair disappeared from WWE and hasn't been seen since. It was reported that Charlotte Flair allegedly informed WWE about her plans to take a break away from the company, right around WrestleMania 39 itself. There's no official word on why Charlotte Flair took this hiatus after WrestleMania 39, but some new information has just been released about what was going through Charlotte's head at the time. Ryan Satin from the Out of Character podcast recently revealed on a new episode that he spoke with Charlotte Flair during the weekend of WrestleMania 39 and said that Charlotte was talking about how she was frustrated about not knowing the status of the Night 1 main event for WrestleMania. And as everyone knows, this was a hot topic of discussion for months leading into WrestleMania 39. Everyone knew from the second that Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble that this match with Roman Reigns would main event Night 2 of WrestleMania. But the main event for Night 1 was the main event that seemed to be more up for grabs. So after Rhea Ripley won the Women's Royal Rumble and selected to face Charlotte Flair, some fans thought that would be an easy Night 1 main event. And for a long time there, that's exactly what was being reported. There was a long time frame there where Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair was allegedly supposed to main event Night 1. But as WrestleMania got closer, the story between Sami, Kevin, and the Usos just got more deeper, and Rhea versus Charlotte's build-up just couldn't compare. So, the main event ended up ultimately going to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos. But that decision wasn't made known to the superstars until the very last second. So that's why Charlotte was so frustrated, because the event was just hours away and she had no idea if her and Rhea would be closing out the show or not. Even on the road to WrestleMania, Charlotte was very vocal about the inequalities there. She argued that if the men's Royal Rumble winner gets locked in at WrestleMania for the main event for Night 2, then why can't the women's Royal Rumble winner get the same thing? It's a good question, because the last women's Royal Rumble winner to main event WrestleMania was Bianca Belair in 2021. So it's definitely been a few years. So that's what was going on with Charlotte's frustration around WrestleMania. As far as Charlotte Flair's return to WWE goes, what's that looking like? Will she miss several more months? Well, all signs seem to indicate that this will be a much shorter hiatus for Charlotte than her 2022 break. Despite her absence, Charlotte was still drafted to SmackDown during the draft. Fully inactive talent usually don't get included in the draft, so the fact that Charlotte was included is a good sign that she'll be back much sooner than later. Charlotte's also still being advertised for SummerSlam on August 5th, 2023. So that's a good sign that she'll be back before the end of summer for sure. So be on the lookout for Charlotte's WWE return. WWE Backlash's main event featured an extremely rare moment that you don't see that often anymore in WWE. And that's, of course, the usage of blood. The sight of blood is still used in many promotions all across the world in current day, and was even used by WWE back in the day. But strictly speaking on WWE in current day, it's extremely forbidden and banned in every way imaginable. Of course, if it's something accidental that happens in a match, it's understandable and no one will get in trouble. But as far as purposely making it happen as part of a match's story, that has been banned from WWE for a long time now. So fans were quite shocked to see it being used for a WWE match story at Backlash between Brock and Cody. Brock purposely made it happen as a part of this match's plan. So this was making fans wonder if this got Brock Lesnar in any kind of heat or trouble in any way. And the response from the reports were no, not at all. Some reports even claim that Brock Lesnar has a different set of rules compared to the rest of the roster. The report claims that Brock can allegedly break lots of WWE standard rules, and it'll be perfectly okay with no consequences whatsoever. So Brock Lesnar definitely has some special privileges in WWE, no doubt about it. But as far as a WWE update goes for Brock Lesnar, fans are loving what appears to be Brock's commitment to the storyline and feud with Cody Rhodes. Brock's recent feuds haven't really been the richest and deepest feuds ever, and they often end pretty quickly with no follow-up or rematches. But to see Brock Lesnar put on his longest match of the year against Cody Rhodes, have the big blood spot, the Raw promo, and the rematch, fans are impressed with Brock's commitment to the story and this feud with Cody Rhodes. And it could turn out to be Brock's most interesting program over the last few years. So fans were a bit shaky on the pairing leading up to Backlash, but with this story and the new pieces in place, fans are definitely more hyped for Brock and Cody's second meeting at Night of Champions. Carlito made another surprise WWE appearance at Backlash to a massive ovation. It was a return that truly shocked everyone because it didn't leak, and it was just a massive actual surprise. Savio Vega even recently revealed himself that all of the surprise appearances during Bad Bunny and Damian Priest match was being planned several months ago, and how it all came together smoothly. As far as Carlito goes, his Backlash appearance was a special one-off deal, and he has not signed any type of deal with WWE for a bigger role. But Carlito did say in a recent interview that he's by the phone waiting for someone to call, and how he'll be open to competing anywhere. He also listed Roman Reigns as the biggest dream opponent at the top of his list right now. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. Carlito has made several one-off appearances for WWE over the last few years, and it'll be great to see him maybe return one day on a more regular basis for sure. But what are your thoughts on today's stories with Charlotte Flair's frustration, Brock Lesnar's rule breaking, and the latest on Carlito's WWE status? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.